Greetings, friends. As always, it's an extremely high honor to welcome you back to Rick's Garage. This beat-up old Toyota Corolla belongs to one of my nephews. They like to come to my shop from time to time and work on their cars. I don't mind them doing that. I let them use my tools. Two reasons is it gives me a chance to see them, and also I enjoy teaching. The only rule I have is whatever tool they use, do not try to put it away. When they're done, just leave them on the bench. I'll put the tool away. Every time someone tries to put my tools away, I can't find a thing. So what he's attempting to do on this vehicle is to replace the driver's side drive axle. And this video is a little bit after the fact. I just want to give you a few tips and some problems that he ran into. I already covered one problem he had getting the tie rod in. There was a video I posted this morning. I'll link that one to the end of this one. So friends, the first tip I want to share, no pun intended, it's tipping the vehicle. You want to jack the side that you're working on and leave the opposite side down low. That's so all the fluid will drain to the opposite side of the vehicle, and when you pop the axle out, it won't come out gushing. As you can see, as a precaution, I've got a clean container under the vehicle to catch any fluid that might come out, but none did. Of course, make sure you use good quality jack stands. So as you can see, friends, the old axle is already out. That's why I call this an after the fact video. I really hate those, and I apologize for that. But the purpose of this video is just to give you a few tips on this job. So in order to remove the axle, first of all, I'd remove the brake calipers and the rotor, get them out of your way. Next, you've got to unbolt the knuckle from the strut, and you want to unbolt the tie rod end. That way you can get this knuckle out of the way so you can get the axle out and in. Now my nephew ran into quite a problem trying to pry the axle out of the transmission, and I'll show you what the difficulty was. Friends, I apologize for the handheld camera, but I'm under the vehicle, and this little slot that you see here is the only room you have to get at that axle to get a pry bar in there, and my nephew was not able to pry it out. And I got under there this morning and I tried every pry bar I have, and I couldn't get on that thing to pry it off. Now I looked on YouTube and somebody was able to get a pry bar in there and pop out the axle, but we absolutely could not. Now this is the old axle that we were finally able to get out. You can see all the marks we had on it trying to pry it out with various pry bars to no success. Now my preferred method to knock out one of these axles is a tool that I've showed on my channel before. It's a slide hammer with a special claw that fits around the drive axle. One or two slaps with the slide hammer usually pulls it right out, and this was the case. The reason we didn't go for this at first is the car was designed as such that we were not able to get this fork inside there around the drive axle. And I'll show you why. So I hope you can see in there okay. The reason we could not at first fit the tool around the drive axle was because you see these two bolt holes right here? One here and one there. Well, this bracket was attached to them and it was protecting that axle. So we could not get that claw around the axle to slap it out. So once I realized that, I unbolted that bracket and pulled it out of the way. Now the claw attachment comes in two pieces. You've got the claw itself and you've got an extension. Now with the claw attached to the extension, even with that bracket removed, we still could not get it around the axle because this was in the way right here. So what I did, and quite cleverly I might add, sorry about that, what I did is I took it apart, and I was able to reach in there with that bracket out of the way and slide this behind the axle. And then I went in with my extension and held this and screwed it together like that. I hope you can see. So once I got it screwed together and behind the axle, it was a simple matter to attach the slide hammer, and it came out on the first try. With this bracket in the way, there was no way we were going to get that around the axle by any stretch of the imagination. So to remove this bracket, you need a 12mm socket and a long extension, and it came right out. Review: jack the vehicle from this side if you're working on this side. That way the car will be leaning away from you and the fluid will stay on that side of the car and won't come gushing out all over the place. Number 2, you've got to remove your brakes, your caliper, your rotor. Number 3, disconnect the strut from the knuckle. Number 4, disconnect your tie rod end. Number 5, remove this damn bracket. I don't even know why it's there. Number 6, use one of these claws. You can buy them on Amazon. A lot of the pot stores sell them if you happen to own a slide hammer. If not, I would invest in one if you're going to do this kind of work. So that's all I have. I want to thank you once again for watching Rick's Garage. Before I go, I will post 2 videos to your left, one of which will be the tip I have on removing a tie rod end. And to your right, as always, will be a picture of my avatar in the form of my very trusty German Shepherd. By all means, feel free to click on that should you wish to subscribe to my channel. So thanks again, and we hope to see you all very, very soon.